What are the components of the GED water cycle? Imagine water as a busy traveler, constantly moving through different parts of the environment. This journey is called the water cycle, and it keeps water moving on, above, and below the Earth's surface. The main parts of this cycle are evaporation, transpiration, condensation, precipitation, runoff, infiltration, and groundwater flow. First, evaporation happens when the sun heats up water in oceans, lakes, rivers, or even moist soil. The heat turns the water into water vapor, which is a gas that rises into the air. Think of it as water turning into invisible steam and floating upward. Next is transpiration, which is like plants sweating. Tiny openings in plant leaves called stomata releases water vapor into the air, adding more moisture to the atmosphere. As water vapor rises, it cools down and turns back into tiny liquid droplets through a process called condensation. These droplets gather and from clouds. Clouds are just collections of these tiny water droplets or ice crystals, depending on the temperature. When the droplets in clouds grow heavy enough, gravity pulls them down as precipitation. This can be rain, snow, sleet, or hail, depending on the weather conditions. Once the water hits the ground, it can do different things. Some of it flows over the land as runoff, moving into rivers, lakes, or oceans. Other water seeps into the ground in a process called infiltration, replenishing underground water sources known as aquifers. This underground water can slowly move through silt and rock in a process called groundwater flow, eventually returning to surface water bodies like rivers or the ocean. There are also other processes that influence the water cycle. Ice and snow can melt into liquid water, especially during warmer seasons, or freeze back into solid form in cold weather. In very cold and dry environments, ice can change directly into water vapor without melting first, which is called sublimation. All these parts work together, powered mainly by the sun's energy and gravity. The water cycle moves water between the atmosphere, land, and oceans, supporting life and shaping weather patterns. Understanding these components helps explain how water moves around us, how rain and snow happen, and why water is so important for our planet. So, in summary, the water cycle includes evaporation, transpiration, condensation, precipitation, runoff, infiltration, groundwater flow, and related processes like melting, freezing, and sublimation. These parts keep water moving and recycling, making sure Earth stays a vibrant, life-filled planet.